Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. And we're trying out a car to see if it's a star. Today it is the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 4. And that's its title, Alfa Romeo 4C Group 4. This aspiration is turbocharged with a 295 brake horsepower, and it's got 6-speed gearbox. It's a mid-engined car with a rear-wheel drive. Its weight is 2,249 pounds, which is 1,020 kilograms. And there isn't really much in the blurb about it, to tell you the truth. The Alfa Romeo 4C Group 4 is a race car produced by Alfa Romeo, based on the Alfa Romeo 4C Launch Edition 2014. It appears in Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7. This original Gran Turismo Group 4 race car used the Alfa Romeo 4C as its foundation. The lightweight construction and impressive mobility of the 4C made it a great candidate for our Group 4 racers. And you can buy this car at the Alfa Romeo section of the Brand Central for 350,000 credits. And it can also be obtained by signing a Manufacturers' Cup contract with Alfa Romeo, which is valid for one Manufacturing Cup season and allows the car to be used in Manufacturing Cup races. We're looking at Homesick Aliens livery from the recent... I thought we'd do this car because I think... hopefully, if everything lines up right, today is going to be the final round of the 4C Sprint Trophy. So I thought, why not? We needed a Group 4 car on... Well, we've got the other Alfa Romeo Group 4 car, but it's a mighty meaty car. But we've got that on the table. Let's try another one. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's like if you ask for a Porsche from Wish, you'd get this Alfa Romeo. And I grant you that. It's a really pretty looking car, and it feels like it's a little bit out of your reach, like you'd be punching above your weight if you were driving that. It's edging on sports car, isn't it? But it's far from sports car. It's a lovely drive. No, I'm not slagging it. It's Rachel more than Raquel. Let's just put it that way. It's a car you can settle down with. It's a car. It's no surprises. She does what you want her to do, but there's no edge. There's no edge to the car, I've got to say. I haven't tried many of the Group 4 cars. I'm looking forward to trying out some, but I just felt comfortable driving her. I didn't feel like I was ever at any risk. I felt fully in control. I thought to myself, this probably would be a good sort of car to introduce yourself into it if you'd never drove a car before. It's stable. It does what you want it to do. Doesn't feel particularly fast, in fairness, and that is probably why we're racing it in a group of other 4Cs rather against another bunch of Group 4s, because I suspect this hasn't quite got the edge. It's a lovely car though. It's not expensive. None of the Group 4s are really. You can smash them out in a day. Do a grind for an hour and you can make a couple of mil. So if you want to try out a load of Group 4s, yes, the Alfa Romeo is very fun to drive. It's very comfortable. There's no thrills. There's no scares. It just does what you want it to do. And at some point in this lap, I had a little slide on. I changed direction mid-corner. Is it this one? And it had a little skate and just planted itself where exactly I wanted it. And I know you're thinking that's all you want from a car, but I feel that I got such ease of driving out of it that it was lacking on grunt, and that is why it was so stable and so comfortable. So, I mean, we're putting it in a category with some very fine cars that are in that Group 4 category, and when I try a couple of them out, hint hint, there might be a Mazda 3 on the horizon, we'll really see where the 4C stands. I mean, at this point in the lap, I'm feeling everything is going extremely well. I am pushing, which, you know, I don't usually do. There you go, there's a push. So I'm definitely driving her, and I definitely want to get a good time out of her. And I am aiming at the Alfa Romeo V6 because under some weird assumption it's a Group 4 car. I'm thinking this modern Group 4 car has got an opportunity here to really show its teeth. Look at her, she's flying, she's great, and I've got nothing bad to say. I don't want to go pouring over her when I haven't tried out enough Group 4s to make my mind up. But very stable drive, lovely, and just enough slide on, just enough slide in the corners to control. I imagine, I don't know about the fuel consumption or tyres, but I imagine she's very good with tyres because there wasn't much screeching, there wasn't much wailing going on. She was doing what she was told. She's very pretty. Not as pretty as a Porsche, but she's pretty. And she drives just fine. But that's all I can say, is she drives just fine. I imagine there is other Group 4 cars. Oh, look at that. I pushed it. I was feeling confident. Up and over the hill, I thought, yeah, she's stuck in most places. Oh, look at you licking your wounds. But yeah, oh my, I think there's still loads of this. I've got to say stuff about it. The handling was brilliant. I mean, I only play on a Logitech, but the feedback was great. I felt I knew where the car was going to be, where it was going to go. I didn't have any problems with braking. I must say, we were going down here, we topped out a little bit. I can't even remember what the number was now. But yeah, about halfway down, up into 6th gear. 6th gear didn't really do much, really. It seemed pointless. When I changed up to 6, we went off about 10 kilometers an hour, maybe faster. And then just sat there on the second light. Oh, I've got to say, on the dashboard, was not happy with the gear change thing. Did miss a few gear changes because the car doesn't scream. That's what another thing. It's quite a quiet car. The car doesn't scream, and the gear, the flashy lights are sort of below all the dials, where I like it in my eye line. But that's the Alfa Romeo 4C Group 4. A pleasant car. It's a Rachel, not a Raquel. Take her home. She's good for your mum. So there we have it. There's the table. The Alfa Romeo 4C Group 4 is 4th out of the 5. It was slower than the 155. I guess we should have known that, really. The Alfa Romeo 155 was formidable. I wasn't sure, you know, coming across the line. I wasn't sure. It felt good. But like I said, very settled car. Very, very stable car. It's, yeah, can't really fault it, but yeah, nothing scared me, nothing caught me out. It looks pretty, but it hasn't got that fire, I'm afraid. But for 350,000, it's in there with all the other Group 4s. I'd have to try a few more Group 4s first, but I can't imagine this one's going to set your world on fire. But it's a good fun car to drive, very stable. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share, only if you're into it. I mean, if you're not into it, you don't have to do any of that, but it'd be cool if you did. Anything else? I don't think I've got anything else. The group that we are, the Virtual Racers Club, come and join our community. We can chat about these. I want to know people trying to beat these times or not. I'd love to know if someone's had a poke and easily beat them. I don't suppose they'd tell me if they didn't beat them. But yeah, I imagine they're easily beatable. Even the Alfa Romeo 4C, I made a couple of mistakes and probably couldn't go as fast as I should. So www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. Come and join us. It'd be lovely to meet you. In the comments, let me know if there's a car you think I should take around or you'd like to see me take around. Something that's going to scare me or bore me. I don't know. I am open to anything. Okay then, Tooroo, peace and love. Peace and love.